In this video, I am making same-day sourdough stromboli with pepperoni, provolone cheese, and sauce. I've prepared the dough the same as I do for my simplified sourdough bread recipe, which I will link down below. And what my plan is, this is for one large loaf. I'm going to cut this in half. I'm going to form two smaller stromboli. I'm going to bake them on parchment paper in the oven. The oven is preheating. I have a pizza steel in there, so it's going to be nice and hot when I transport this over. So let's get started. I am using rice flour, and I'm going to treat this like a pizza dough. The rice flour will not stick to the dough. A little flour for your hands. I'm stretching it as if I would a pizza. I'm going to set it down on this and stretch it out. The parchment paper is to make it easy to transport into the oven from here. Okay, so I do it into a rectangle, and I put just a little bit of sauce, just like I would a pizza. You do it the same way as a pizza, and don't put a lot of sauce on. You can always have sauce on the side for dipping. Now I'm going to roll it lengthwise. I'm going to roll it this way, so you kind of need a little bit more space on the ends. I use provolone cheese because it is drier than mozzarella cheese. And I'm leaving more space at this because when I get to that side, I need something to grab onto to close it. And I'm using sliced cheese and sliced pepperoni because I want the shape to be flat. But of course you can put anything you want in here. But try things that are dry, not too liquidy. The oven is heating up at 450. I have a pizza steel in the oven heating up, and I have a convection oven. I have it on the convection roast setting, which heats up the bottom as well as the top. Okay, now we're going to roll this way, and we're going to use the parchment to help us get the roll started. So the parchment is helpful in getting it to the oven and also to get the shape rolling. And this is why that brown rice flour is helpful, so it doesn't stick like this side is. I needed a little bit more brown rice flour there. Let's get that going. Just kind of let the weight of it take care of it. You see that stuff's sliding forward. It's kind of like a sushi roll. I stretch the dough over this. Kind of get the cheese underneath. Tuck in the ends. The dough is going to bust. Just go around, make sure there are no holes. I mean, it's going to bust because it's going to grow. And we have to add some steam holes, so I just do a little slice across. And then this is going to go into the oven. And you can see we can transport it right like this, but putting it onto this will be easy to slip this right into the oven. The other thing is you have to trim the parchment paper because it can burn. These are just the things that make it easy without having to buy any special tools or equipment. And that's what I like. Okay, so into the oven. Okay, the oven is on 450. That's the pizza stone. And then I can slide this right on there. Cook for 20 minutes at 450. And then we turn the oven down so that it bakes all the way through. Here it is, fresh out of the oven. You can see they're just going to take the shape that they're going to take, which is to be expected, even if you were just using pizza dough. Having the parchment is great. The cheese will bust out. We are going to let this cool, and then we will cut into it and check it out and do a taste test. So you can see this one had less bulging than this one, but it's homemade and it looks delicious. We'll let that cool. All right, so this has cooled down. Going to give it a cut through. I have both knives because I want a clean cut and cut through the crusty portion. And it looks great. The reason to slow it, I did it hot first because I wanted it to get crispy on the outside, and then a little lowered it so that the inside would bake so it wasn't doughy. So that looks delicious. Wow, looks great. So I consider that a success, a same-day sourdough recipe that looks great. Think of ways that you can use your sourdough recipe in different formats. This would easily make a pizza as well, several smaller pizzas, depending on the size of your pan. I started it in the morning. I prepared the dough, did the resting and the stretch and folds, and that was about 2 hours. And then I let it proof, and it proofs pretty fast. It's a little bit warmer right now, and I have my heating pad, so it proofed for about 2 hours. So altogether it was about 4 hours, 4.5 hours of dough prep. You can let it go a little bit longer. So just play around with your dough, have fun with it. Same day sourdough stromboli. A lot of ways you can do it. And slice it up, serve it as an appetizer, serve it as a meal with a salad. It's a little bit easier to maneuver than pizza. Great ways to use sourdough. Thanks for watching. Check out my In the Kitchen playlist for more videos of all things happening in the kitchen.